Good afternoon. Welcome to Real Breaks. My name's Tom Kolcheski. We are live for 2021 Allen and Ginter. Had to grab a new case of top loaders. So if you're watching, I need some help. I have two cases in front of me. We're only doing one. Someone choose left or right, and we'll get rocking and rolling. '21 Ginter, baby. This is a Tom favorite. My favorite product of the year. Right. Thank you, Rob. Take left. Maybe make Bone do that one. Rob's going right case. See if I can get it out without spilling. There we go. 12-box hobby case. Happy Sunday afternoon. I used to break every Sunday afternoon. And then I was gone for a while. And then I'm finally back for one. I was just looking at my schedule. Next week I'm actually Sunday afternoon traveling to Philadelphia. To go to a Tops event next Monday. So I like Sunday afternoon breaks. Probably one of my favorite breaks to do. And favorite products, so let's get after it. So here we go. 2021 Allen Ginter. Pick your team all card ship. Let's have some fun. If you're not familiar with Ginter, you get a box topper. Sometimes it can be a rip card. That one's not. You can just tell by how thick it is. We'll rip it. Philly, I think. I gotta find out. DeGrom. I think the event is at Reading Crossing. Is that like an old railroad station or something? The event's Monday night. I'm taking my son. So we're actually going to fly in Sunday. We have some friends that live there and do the, my son's going to 7th grade, so you got to do the Liberty Bell. All that good. Is that stuff open? That was actually one of my questions. Anyone know? Show him the little history that he's learned about in books. I should look. I think we're flying in too late if the Phillies are even home. I got a direct flight from Madison, Wisconsin to Philadelphia. It was super cheap, too. Couldn't believe it. Gotta get my son a cheesesteak. I guess it's never too early to start the conversation. What's the, if you're from Wisconsin, going to Philly for the first time. It's not my first time, it's his first time. 12-year-old, where do you get him a cheesesteak at? What's the go-to place? Oh, mask indoors? Well, that's no fun. Well, it is what it is, right? Let's get a shark tooth. We do have shark tooth relics in here. It's pretty cool. The Eastern State Penitentiary. I don't even want to know, Brandon. I hope it's a historical penitentiary. All right, first card is an Orax. I love Ginter. So here we go. Hats off. Let's go. Oh, we got to check the backs. Oh, I guess the Yes, Cameron, regular back. Check yo backs. A-Rod Minty, and that's a Ginter back. It has the number. They have them with no numbers. That's what we're looking for. Verdugo. And Royales on the board. Little Hunter Dozier. There you go, John. Broken top loader. Just what I like to start out with. Dozier. What's happening on this Sunday? My wife and I went to a local concert last night. It was pretty fun. They called it a pavement party. The Cole Calhoun. It's basically a semi-trailer stage for a local cover band. Cole Calhoun on the black border. My favorite Wisconsin cover band called Boogie and the Yo-Yos. If anyone's familiar, if you're from Wisconsin, you may have heard of them. Good times had by all. Oh, so it actually is a historical. I was thinking you visited someone that was locked up in there, Brandon. Or you were locked up. That would be even worse. Alright. Oh, we got some fun coming here. Ooh! Well, hello, Mr. Trout. There you go, Jake Rouse. Going fishing this afternoon. Mike Trout relic. That's a pretty sweet card. That's showcase worthy. Oh, the glare. Oh, that truck rally? All right. That's a great question, Jeffrey. Let me set the stage for this, all right? Trevor Story Ginter back. So, I'm new to this town that we have the shop in. I love this city. I really, really do. It's 11,000 people. People are really nice. Extremely nice. I love it. I love everything about it except, so... There's they called it a truckin' show. I had no idea what to expect, right? So they said it's a parade. There's a night parade. So Bone is breaking. So I brought the parade, right? I don't see. I'm trying to see how these are too washed out. Are these? I'm trying to like. All right, hold on a second. I don't like how the cards. See how white the cards are there? Try something. That's too dark. It's a little better. So this, so we bring the kids down. We have 4 kids, my wife and I. So Bone's breaking inside. So we get set up, and then there's a shoe store, 2 doors down. And he comes over, he's talking to him. He's like, "Hey, it gets pretty loud." I'm like, "It's a parade. Like, how loud can it get, right?" So it wasn't really a parade. It was essentially almost 400 semi trucks at night, just driving in a row, honking their horns at the same time. Having a 4-year-old with Down syndrome didn't really appreciate the loud noise. And neither did I. It's really loud. But people, if you're into loud trucks and semis, it would be your cup of tea. Castillo. I was telling one of my friends about it, and he was laughing. I said, "You know what? I watch people open baseball cards on the internet all day long, so I don't want to judge people for what they're into." But I did it once. We lasted for about 20 minutes, probably. So no. Will I almost said Will Hart. Will Craig. So 3 relics looks like in box 1. I still don't like. I'm trying to hold these in it. Maybe if I hold them closer. All right. So Phil's steak is good. Joe's, oh my lord. I'm gonna have to go through I'll go through the comments on this video later and write all these down. But I talked to other people that really are in the semi trucks. They said it was the best parade they've ever seen in their life. So, I mean, I respect the profession a lot. But trucks honking loud. Good times. But Jeffrey should have came. It's a good time, man. Yeah, but next Monday night is the 2020 Transcendent, and I actually bought a ticket on eBay. People were dumping them really cheap when they didn't know when it was going to happen or if it was going to happen. So there's another guy I know that had a couple tickets, and he buys them for the swag. So I saw him at the National. I'm like, hey, would you be willing to, on one of your tickets that you're just buying for the swag? You can buy as many tickets as you want, but you can only go as one person. I said, what if I brought my son, and then all the swag and stuff we would give to you, and we just got the experience? And he was absolutely. But then he's in the baseball card business too. He's like, don't be using it as a free thing for your customers where they think you're hooking them up. I'm like, all right, I gotcha. So anyway, so I'm excited to go with him. Ryan's gonna meet us there. Kirilov, yeah, Kirilov's in here. Kirilov, yeah. Twins are actually pretty good, Bill. I know the first box doesn't scream to it. I like the Twins in this. They have a lot in this. When we did the checklist, or the pricing, that was one of those, like, we listed at 65. It could be higher, but we were comfortable at that price. But I hate this. You get a mini card. I'm just gonna show. It was in sideways. I mean, it's a base mini card, but so Jake, when you get your Yankees, you're gonna get a Albert Abreu PSA 0 mini card. That happened. The Hans, I think the Hans got it. I had a Bo Jackson 101 mini, and it was turned sideways, and it was crushed. It was horrible. I mean, a base mini, whatever. Lang on the black border. We got Mark Burley on Ginter back. Feller, the heater from Van Meter, Iowa. Bob Feller. Speaking of Iowa, I'm still have chills from Thursday night's Field of Dreams game. That was pretty sweet. Nah, Bone goes the night shift, Tyler. He may be on the IL. Bone was a hurting unit the other night. Did he tell you guys about? He has like his tooth infection. Jim Koch on the Ginter back. But he said he's coming in tonight. Christian Javier. But I may be taking over the night shift tomorrow night. Soup Bowl. I'll tell you what, being sick or being hurt is no fun. Well, the Bobcat. Arizona Diamondbacks. He's a wimp. He's not a wimp. Those are your words, not mine, Tyler. I can tell he feels bad about it. I was shocked how much he broke Friday. I told him Friday I was here for that truck rally. I told him I'd come back and finish the last 2 breaks, but he wanted it. I told him, get healthy for Friday. Friday is crazy big day. Here's a Vlad regular. Friday is Topps Chrome release. That's the big one. It's also Elements football release. Brian, that's where the event is at the Reading Terminal Market, Monday night. So we will definitely check it out. And then, so Elements football, I think right now Immaculate Baseball is set to release. Big fella, CC Sabathia. He looks skinny in that picture. It's an early CC picture. Here, Jake. Yeah, any idea? Yeah, for tonight, it would be 5 o'clock Central Time for Ginter Pick Your Team, John. And then 5:30 we'll be posting, he may do a Leaf Trinity random. Then I gotta talk to him about the Knicks one. I don't know if he's gonna do, the debate is either a football pick your team random or a Bowman mixer. Bone should be in around 2, and he'll get like a teaser up with all that. So yeah, usually we do more in the afternoon. It's me this afternoon. I have a couple family things I need to be at by 4, so that was one of the reasons we're on a shortened. Just 3 hours of breaking this afternoon. Usually it's 4 or 5. Mount Everest. Roast pork. All right. I think that's one of the dinner options. Ooh. Little White Sox rookie. He was drafted last year. There you go, Mike. Cody, I always miss. Is it Hewer or Hoare? A reliever for the Sox from last year's draft. Nice hit. Nice hit, Mike. And the frame mini. I like that they framed the mini. I think it's pretty neat. Frame mini auto. I guess we can show that Trout. Hoyer, that's it. Oh, he's the Cubs guy? He's the guy the Cubs got? Jacob, my bad. Jacob, I'm sure you can appreciate it. I'm a little upset at the Cubs. I haven't watched a game in a couple weeks. Posey. Buczynski. Is that Chuck Buczynski? Is he still around? I was getting really into the Cubs. Even during that losing streak after the no-hitter, didn't they lose 11 in a row? I think I watched 8 out of 11 of those. And then when they traded Rizzo, I got really mad. So I got mad at baseball. You might ever just get, you're so mad at your team, you're mad at baseball. I do like listening to Pat Hughes a lot. I think he's an excellent talent behind the radio mic. But it Cubs bother me so much. I'm on the Justin Fields bandwagon. That's why I've shifted my sports focus. My son wanted to go to a game. I'm like, yeah, we'll go in August. I don't want to go to Wrigley right now. It's probably the best time to go though. You can probably sit anywhere you want for $5. Are the Cubs home at all? Jay, you know. This week, do they have any day games? I'd like to take my daughters. There's Bullet. Bullet thinks it's funny. So funny. There's shake. I know my older daughter would really want to go. My younger one would too. I should do that. It's gonna be a busy weekend. Oh, Friday? That ain't gonna work. I remember growing up, my grandma would always complain about every year how the Cubs roster was different. And she couldn't, and I just thought, oh, Grandma, just keep up. And now I'm the same way. I'm like, who are these guys? Fields the Knicks Mike Vick? That's a dumb thing to say. Michael Vick was pretty good. Except all the stupid stuff he did. Kyle Henry. I like Justin Fields. Well, relic time. Vladdy. We're getting some banger relics. Trout and Vlad. There you go, Mike. What year he's having? A year like he's having, he probably will not get a single first place vote for MVP. Ron Santo, this is one of my favorites. Eddie Murray. Zach Plezak, the is it nephew of Dan? I guess a little Reggie Jackson black. Kirilov. The thing about the Cubs that bothers me the most when we talk about how bad they are is, I mean, if you're Oakland A's, you can be like, yeah, we got this dump of a stadium, our attendance is bad, you know, we're in a bad market, all that stuff. No. Well, Chapman there. So here you go, fellow Cubs fans. Look into how bad the Cubs are and how their cupboard is bare and how they have basically no prospects for the ones they traded for. Do you have a worst impression of Theo Epstein? Far, far away. Well, Uncle Larry is one of my favorite base cards. You bets. Jacob, do you ever hear my Ron Santos story? It's good. I don't want to tell it a million times. Well, maybe other people haven't heard it. I kind of ruined it already. So when I was a kid, probably like middle school, my dad took me to the Cubs convention, right? And we stayed one night at the Hilton. That was a big deal. Stayed a night there. So we're getting autographs all day in line. We got Mark Clark's autograph. No names like that. So we get in the elevator. Yeah, I'd love to hear your theory, Jacob. So we get in the elevator. It's kind of like the convention's winding down for the day. And there's an older couple on there and my dad and myself, right? Keston Daddy. There you go, John. So we get in the elevator, just the four of us, and the other couple, they turn to me and say hi, pleasantries, and they asked who we saw today and whatever, and then who would you like to meet or get an autograph the next day, right? Nolan Arenado for the Cardinals. And my father says, I'd really just love to shake Ron Santo's hand. I've always wanted to meet Ron Santo. Just shake his hand. I'm like, oh yeah, that's reasonable from a Cubs fan. And I don't know what I said, doesn't really matter. And so then we're going up the elevator, and the elevator stops. Right? So it stops, and one guy walks on, right? Well, I recognize the guy right away. Grab a baseball out of my backpack, get the baseball signed. The guy was super nice. My dad didn't even talk to him. He asked how we're doing, and I chatted with him for 2 floors worth. Shook his hand, and he walked off the elevator. The other people didn't say anything. My dad didn't say anything to him. So he walks off the elevator. The door closes. My dad turns to me, says, "Hey Tom, who is that?" The answer, Ron Santo. Childhood hero. My father can't even recognize him. And my dad thought it was kind of funny then. He saw the humor in this situation. The other people were mad. They were mad. They didn't get an autograph. Blah blah blah. So to this day is one of my favorite autographs. And it's not even on a real baseball. It's like on a logo plastic baseball. Easily one of my favorite autographs. I think I'm in our stores done here. The renovation's done in a week. I'm gonna get a special case for it. I think I may even have the ticket for the Cubs convention and get it framed. So, it's one of my favorite. It's easily my favorite Ron Santos story. It's really my only Ron Santos story. Alyssa, what's happening? How's Addie doing? That's what I want to know. I have another funny story while we're on. What are my dad? My dad once in a while watches. So my brother was over yesterday. We're sharing memoirs when we were kids. And so when I was probably like high school, right? So we did a family road trip to Disney World. You get the minivan. I particularly remember my parents just got a brand new minivan. All right. There's Mondesi on the Ginter back. So on the way back, at Disney World with, and my brother was in college at the time. We had a foreign exchange student, so he didn't remember this story. Ooh, a little Rocky Blair from Appleton, Wisconsin, Xavier High School. For the Steelers, for Brandon, non-baseball. There you go, Brandon. Rocky went to Notre Dame after high school at Xavier. So anyway, we're on the way back from Florida. And the car starts having trouble. Like, the engine just stopped. They let it rest for a little bit, and then it worked for about 5 more minutes, and then it stopped again. So we pull it. We're in the middle of nowhere, Georgia, a small town, right along the interstate. And we pull into a service station. We get towed to the local dealership. I don't know what kind of, probably a Chrysler minivan, whatever. So then we get a hotel for the night. Well, the only hotel in town was not, there's like people living at it. It was pretty shady. What are you going to do, right? They had a swimming pool. I remember that. So anyway, long story short, what happened was the gas tank was like a plastic gas tank, and it was defective. It would collapse when the tank got like half full. There's CeeLo. So they replaced the gas tank, but it still didn't work. It was a factory defect. So essentially, every 45 minutes to an hour on the way home, we had to stop and get gas to keep the tank full so it wouldn't collapse, right? So we still have like normal driving, like 2 days of driving. A little Frank Thomas frame relic. So now that 2 days, if you have to stop every 45 minutes, Jacob, I agree with your theory. So my parents had to like go through little towns, and essentially this 2-day trip on the way back is now going to take 5 days. But the highlight of it is, so when you're stopping every 45 minutes, my dad would get like a soda at every stop, right? So we're driving along, stopping all the time, to get $3 worth of gas at the time. And so then, on the way home, we're stopping every 45 minutes. Well, my dad, we'd get gas, goes to the bathroom. 15 minutes into the drive, he pulls over again to go to the bathroom because he couldn't hold it because he kept drinking soda the whole time. And my mom, very nice lady, she's not with us anymore, but super nice, she just lost it. Think about this, you're driving on a trip and you have to stop every 45 minutes to get gas. And the dad can't even hold it for 45 minutes and has to stop. Oh, it was my brother and I. He was dying laughing. He goes, "I knew something happened." Like, I remember Mom being really upset when you guys got home. Oh, my dad's still the same. Every time he stops, he grabs some soda and crushes it, and has to go pee. What's up, Johnny? So I just want to. You're reading. You're like, that's not that funny of a story, but if you knew my dad, it's pretty funny. Amawa Loa? What on earth? Brandon with the boom poodle. What on earth is this? The wine. Oh, it's a long mountain. Oh, there you go. All right, we still got some bangers to go. 4 down, 8 to go. What's up, Bradley? Bradley Brown. I'm in the hot seat ripping today, and then we got 2 o'clock, a football mixer breaking, and then Bone stepping in. He'll be posting at 5, ripping at 7. His first one's going to be Ginter, the largest active volcano. Well, there you go. What's up, Donald? Well, we'll have a busy night ahead. I may be ripping tomorrow night. Bone might not be able to. It's going good, man. It's going good. It's good to be home for a week or so. Last Sunday, I was in Kansas City, flying back to Kansas City. Last weekend, we spent with a group of 35 other fathers in our common thread between all of us. It's from a Facebook group. We had a little retreat, and all of us have children with Down syndrome. So that was my last weekend. That was really interesting. Good, Cassie's you. And let's hear other people's stories, learn some stuff. So if you have a family member or a friend with Down syndrome in your life, we consider you one of the lucky few. Topps Chrome, yeah. Donald, Friday is Topps Chrome release day. Yeah, it was good, Bradley. It was good. It's interesting. Yeah, so Friday is Topps Chrome. It's also Elements Football and Immaculate Baseball. It's going to be a crazy day in Wisconsin here. So we have the building that we remodeled. The remodeling is supposed to be complete upstairs Friday. So we're supposed to have occupancy Friday. We are one of the hosts for a downtown Waupun wine walk. So there's like 500 tickets sold. And people have a glass and they walk around to 20 different businesses and they get wine at each one. So we're one of the stops on that. I ordered 300 sugar cookies yesterday. Oh, the white rhino. World's largest rhino. Also happens to be the nickname of my favorite baseball player of all time. I don't know, Chaz. And someone on here may know. full-size red ink Andrew Vaughn, non-number. Ichiro. There's so many mysteries in the Ginter. Congratulations on that pull, though. I wish I knew. I wish I had one so I could see it. What are we pulling right now? We've yet to hit the hot box, by the way. Andrew McCutcheon, a little Philly action. We have cheese offer. You know what? We should do cheese. We're gonna get a cheese platter, Bradley. Cheese for Friday. All right, we're gonna have that. Didn't even think of that. Kevin. Jacob Roth says he believes it's to 10. Yeah, you want? What do you want with your Pinot? A sugar cookie. I don't know what kind of wine we get. I don't really care. I don't really drink. I did have a random Busch Light last night at the old pavement party in Lamira. It's been a while. Reggie Jackson. Jonathan India. But I do think we're going to have a lot of people. Bradley Brown, you've had Wisconsin cheese box before, right? I think I've sent you one. Bogarts. Oh, Chaz, it's Redemption, too. Yeah, hot boxes are 1 per case. Hats off. Cheese, what else should do? You know, I like, the brick cheese curds are my favorite. You've never had the curds, Cassis? Oh, man. I thought I sent you. Oh, you just got the regular box. Oh, pache. Now I'm getting hungry. Today I went on a diet. 0 strawberry. Ooh, no number. There you go. How about them Mets for Cassis? Strawberry with no number. So Daryl Strawberry, see the no number there. There you go. Cassis won a cheese box though. I just must not include any curds. Man. We gotta do another cheese giveaway. Those are popular. I first did it as a joke. I don't know if you guys knew. It was like a Sunday afternoon. And I did skunk protection of every break as a cheese gift box. Like, it was kind of a joke. I mean, I was going to send it out. And then people loved it. I'm like, oh, all right. Yeah, cheese box breaks. You know what? Kevin, if I break tomorrow night, we're doing cheese box skunk prices. They're so good. I need to actually call up the... it's a local cheese factory I use for them. It's amazing. But I have a couple boxes. I did as a trade with someone. I want a cheese box. Oh, Chaz, they're amazing. But it can only be U.S. It can only be U.S. That was one of the. And then we did for Valentine's Day. Ooh, there you go. Well, Tommy Hatch for the Blue Jays. We did. There's a local chocolatier we used. And the chocolatiers in Goose, and we used them. So we had chocolates and cheese one time. And then I heard someone got the chocolates and they didn't know they won. And they're like, why did I get random chocolates in the mail? Yeah, you gotta support your friends. And it's good. The chocolates are really good and the cheese is amazing. So, Dallas Keuchel. All right. Tomorrow, even if Bone's breaking, cheese breaks no cards. Oh, those cheese boxes are amazing. The local cheese factory I use is Weimer's, and it's very small. And actually, the reason we started it, I read in a Facebook post last year when everything was shut down. Things still are, but they were struggling because and I wouldn't have known, the high-end cheese is that market was being really hurt with all the restaurants shut down. They make this brick cheese that is honestly it's cheese for the gods. It's incredible. Yeah, so for a discount you get pepper jack, Gouda, and brick, right? So one thing I've learned, and I don't know much about cheese, is like a small cheese factory, a good small cheese factory doesn't do it every time. Right. I get it. The brick, though. So the brick is named after the way they make it. At this factory, I've been there when they do it. It's super small, but they have these big vats, right? And so they have these baskets, the cheese in it, and then they have a regular brick, these old bricks, sitting on top of the cheese to compress it. That's why it's called brick. It is crazy. Extra sharp cheddar. So I want some 30-year aged cheddar. I got random cottage. Oh, I'm telling you, the brick is something. Their cheddar, and I think in the cheese box they use a local meat place that you get like a pack of sausage sticks. What's up, Quentin? Oh man, you guys are killing me. Box 6, going for that cheddar. We should do instead of a 101 Super Factor Bounty, what if you do 101 lifetime supply of cheese curds? That'd be a lot. But in our house, there is a big debate on who has the best cheese curds. So if you've ever been in the Appleton, Wisconsin area, there's a place just north called Simon's. If you ever go to a Packer game, it's on the way. Oh. There you go, Jacob Roth, little Moises Alou ink. Nice hit, Jacob. Old package of crass singles. There you go. Nice hit, Jacob. I like the Alou. I haven't seen that yet. I got lost there. Oh, so my wife claims that Simon Cheese Factory is the greatest cheese curds known to man. I would I do not concur on that. It's O'Kane Black. He's still mad at him. Are you mad at Al Luke because he kind of made Bartman the scapegoat? Max Fried. Far, far away. D.D. Gregorius. Little Naylor. Josh. He did change the mood. Yep. Yeah, he let it ruin it. It's how you react to situations. Sheffield with the Marlins. I think Sheffield, was it Sheffield on that 03 Marlins team? There you go, Matt. Second half of box 6. I refused to watch that 30 for 30. I had enough bad memories. I think I broke my TV remote after that game. I remember the apartment I was sitting in. I was on the phone with you're watching the game with a friend, but you're on the phone. His name is Matthew. And I threw the remote across the room. Shattered, and then I was like, oh no. Braylon Marquez black. David Wright, the mini. Those Cub fans, we've been through a lot. No one has sympathy for us. There is a Chicago unwritten rule. You can only have one good team at a time. So it's the White Sox right now. And hopefully when the baseball season ends, it turns to the Bears. Probably not, though. What do we honestly think for Bears? 6-11 this year? Jason Varitek. And Dusty, we trusty? Dusty did blow it. Elvis. Whit Merrifield and a Ginter back. Pudge. We got our box topper on box 6. I like that Lou auto a lot. I think it looks good. You know, and a lot of this stuff, tier 1 is redemption. It's good to see that live. Freddie, you think 8, 9? I think you're about right. I think you're right. 10 and 7's a little optimistic. Actually, it's really optimistic. Oh, rip card box topper. Rip box topper. Triple rip. Well, it's a thick box topper. I'm just guessing it's a rip. Let's get after it. Triple rip. Baltimore Orioles. Nice hit, Samuel. It's at a 75, 30 of 75. If Samuel's watching, we don't have to rip it. We all want to rip it. Triple rip. If Samuel's watching, we know what we're asking. And if we do rip it, just to be very clear, all the cards inside go to the Orioles. We had that one time we ripped it and it was like an Atlanta Braves card. And the person who got the Braves like, oh, we get it. I'm like, no, not how it works. Nice Oriole pickup. I saw in a break one time I was watching, and they had a mandatory must rip in the breaker. And I'm like, I don't really like that. And then the cards inside went to the respective teams. I don't think I could get behind that one. Oh, bribe to rip. Tone it out about 20% there, Castle. We're on box 7. That's our first rip card we've got. We still have the hot box in play and the 2 regular rip cards. Corn. Good for you. Is it though? Just kidding. Not the hot box. Javi Baez. DeGrom. There you go. Ron Santo, and that's a Ginter back. Couple Santo minis. Glaber. A little Glaber Torres. A Yankee relic. Lefty. Steve Carlton. Tony G. Far, far away. J.A. Happ. Jordan. I don't think Samuel's watching. Kirilov, Ginter back. How, you guys are all quiet. Everyone went to their fridge to go raid the cheese drawer. Your wives are like, why? Every time you watch this guy's break, you eat. Mascots, the Mets. So original. A baseball. I don't see a football mascot, a football team having a football for a mascot. Mookie Betts on the Ginter back. We got a framed. Not there. And Dean Kramer. Orioles hot box. Oh, that's the easiest, Jacob. 2018 Champ Peterson auto was the favorite hit out of Ginter, without a doubt. And I bought it off the guy that hit it. But that's not only my favorite card out of Ginter, my favorite card I've ever pulled in a break. Ozzy Albies. Lang on the Ginter back. The duel, that's sweet. Far, far away. Harold Baines, a Hall of Famer on the Ginter back. That's not a stupid question. No, it's a promo picture. That Baez stained glass. So it's just one that Topps puts out different promo pictures, and I just pick what I like. I used to like Baez. Real Muto, I don't have hatred for him. Usually, if there's a Cubs player on the promo picture, I always grab that one. It's all right. Gehrig? Box 8. I'm going to, I don't want to knock this Rifkin over. Samuel, I don't think's watching, but. That's a great flip, Jacob. Enjoy the Ginter. Hopefully he has something big and the flip continues. Little White Sox, Garrett Cole. Sly, yeah, we were just talking about that. I'm a little upset at the Cubs right now, but my son, my youngest son, he was born on Game 7 of the World Series. I was a Cub fan. I grew up in Illinois. Cub fan before. I think this may be our hot box. Nope. This felt different to open it. Box 8. A fun rip on a Sunday afternoon. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Bone will have more. I grew up in a small town called Monmouth, Illinois, near Iowa and Missouri. And I went to college at Illinois State University. Most people are more familiar with that than Monmouth. But yeah, my son was born just after midnight. That's a good story. I've told it a million times, but it's been a long time since I broke. So my wife was pregnant, obviously with him, and it was our fourth child, and we knew that he had major heart problems, and we also knew most likely he'd have Down syndrome. So when he was, so he had to be born at a bigger hospital, not our local one. It was in Madison, Wisconsin. Oh, you're Danville? Yeah, I've been through Danville. It's the other, yeah, basically straight across. And then, so Game 6 is going on, and we're scheduled for C-section the next day. You know, so I'm trying to pack up. I'm really, it's a must-win game for the Cubs. And I remember Addison Russell's homer. I think it was Russell. So he was up, and it was a long at bat, and my wife's water broke. She was upstairs, and she wanted me to come upstairs. Obviously, we got to go. But I was in no rush because I wanted to watch Game 6. so I didn't realize what was going on. There you go. The Nationals. So so when that happened, we threw everything, we got in the car. Grandma was over already, preparing for the next day with her other 3 kids. So we drove to the hospital with the game on the radio, and she wanted to listen to music, but whatever. So then she had to have a C-section. So a lot of times when child with Down syndrome are born, their feet first in the womb. Reach, I think is the term. I don't know all those terms. But anyway, a little Brent Rooker rookie. So we get to the hospital, we're waiting for the C-section. And, a lot of nervousness. Is our son going to be rushed right away to a different hospital for emergency heart surgery? Is he gonna make it through birth with his heart defect? It's pretty major. So, so I'm texting family and friends and trying to keep up with the Cubs game and yada yada yada. So our son is born relatively healthy. He does have Down syndrome, but I don't know. He's fine. But I knew he had a heart defect, but he was breathing good at birth, so that was awesome. So we got to hold him and kind of do that normal first day pregnancy stuff or birth stuff. And so I'm watching the Cubs game. My wife, after just giving birth, is pretty out of it. So like every Cubs fan, you're kind of yelling at the TV. Essentially, the nurse kept telling me to be quiet. And then once they won, I was like screaming at the TV, and she just walked in and unplugged the TV. But I'm like, who cares? So, and then a few minutes after the game, about 15 minutes after, they came in to do an oxygen test, and he failed that. A little Santo black border, 3 Santos. And then he was rushed to the NICU for quite a while. Trevor story. But I'm like, who cares? So, people always ask, did you go to the parade? I'm like, no, I was in the NICU with the son. It was a good time. But, yeah, so then he had surgery. That was obviously November. He had his major surgery in January 25th, so like 3 months old. I was doing breaks. This was like a good release. If people were around when we first started, I would like come home and do breaks. And that was how I got the stress out. tell crazy hospital stories. But he did good. He was in the hospital for about 6 weeks, but he's kicking butt now. There's Rocky. I have a blog I wrote a bunch of stories on if you really want to be entertained someday. It's called Malix.life. M-A-L-I-X is our son's name. Malix. So yeah, so if you're insanely bored, check it out. I need to work on it's a WordPress. I need to work on how to do formatting on that better. So if anyone's a WordPress expert and wants to be hired to help me, that's one of the things. I don't post as much on there because I get frustrated with it. Poppy. There you go, Red Sox. That's awesome, Jacob. David Ortiz. There you go, Fred. I'll tell you, Malix loves himself some cheese. His go-to, you guys are gonna laugh. Cassis, he likes 2 favorites: shredded cheddar cheese. But his go-to at night, and we have to limit them because they're crazy expensive. You know those little baby bells, little red that come. They're like that big, and they're like in a wax circle foil. That's his favorite. Your kids don't eat them? Oh, Malik's crushing them. We have to hide them in the fridge and only put one out at a time. Then you wake up and you step on something weird and you find it's the red wax. Box 9, still hunting for a hot box and 2 regular rip cards. We get the triple rip box topper. So I want to get that shark tooth. Jonathan Kent didn't even know we were doing. Oh, does it count? I did one on Wednesday and it did not count, Jacob. So we'll find out. You know, I did a case number 1 that had a triple rip and 2 regular rip cards. Here's to it not counting. Last year I believe it counted. Oh, here's a good hit. Oh, it's a hot box. Joe Adele. There you go, Jake Rouse. Great hit. There's the mitt. Let's get the mitt out. Joe Adele going in the mitt. Great hit. Freddie Freeman. He had Titus told Jonathan there'd be no breaks today. And Jonathan believed him. Hot box. William Hendricks. Traditionally, you get the hot box has the better hits. That Joe Adele auto would prove that theory correctly. Dick Allen. Far, far away. Little Benintendi game used relic. Dropping. I see that now. I'm gonna pause. It's streaming. See what's going on. It's giving me a high. Potato Trammel. It's choppy. Answer is no on that, Jonathan. Peter Yan. It's still streaming, but it's not. No, it's choppy. That's what I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. It's weird. It's a high. Jonathan Kent, he made it happen. We'll see. If it's still choppy after this box, we'll, ooh. Glasnow. Why is it so special for the Rays? Bill Davis, Brooklyn back, hand numbered. There you go. There we go. Now it's showing not. Jonathan Kim must have left the break. Now it's not choppy. Nice hit. Nice hit, Bill. Thanks. You couldn't, yeah. See, Jonathan Kent made it happen. That was weird. Kyle Lewis. Rod Carew. It never dropped, it was just choppy. Rinky. I like that Brooklyn back. When it was choppy, was the sound choppy too, or just the frames? Kim, there you go. Rookie pitcher. St. Louis for Johnny. So Jonathan didn't tell me, he didn't hear about all those 1-to-1 Red Sox we were going to hit. Still no regular rip cards. Bomb away. Ichiro. Rizito. Kershaw. Finishing up box 9. Billy Williams. Jonathan, I had a double take on it myself. I like the red in the past. I like the red better, but what are you going to do, right? All right, box 10. Box topper first. Box loader. Acuna. We need a masseuse. Tell Bone. Someone call Bone. When you come over, bring him a masseuse. I got a Joe Adele frame auto. I want to get the. I want to get like a silk card. See those? Those are fun. Ginter X should be hitting Topps.com, I would assume, in the next couple weeks. Always fun. Here we go. Box 10. Still looking for rips. Hansen. The kid. Hats off. DD. You Silver Seal 2019. When did the redemptions expire? Oh, rip card! Ichiro out of 99 for the Mariners for Jonathan. Our Mariners are probably underpriced, by the way. 1 of 99, Ichiro. No, Quentin. They did not. They have. I don't think they've seen it. There we go. That's what I like to see. Ichiro. So Jonathan. If Jonathan's watching, wants to rip, we'll rip it up. Yeah, that's a hard one. I love ripping them, but that's mine. I'm not ripping it. But we got a frame. Should be a relic. Brandon Lau. There you go. Bill Davis on a little heater for the Rays lately. A little runner. Nice pick up, Bill. And then you missed in the non-baseball. Alejandro Kirk. You Darvish. You like it? You Darvish hasn't done much since the old sticky stuff is illegal. Just saying. Continuing on, box 9. Liam Hendricks. And Colton Wong on the mini. You know, I just noticed this. I think it's on the front of the cards. It has a period after their name. Kyle Lewis. Why on earth is that? Is that how it used to be? Cody Bellinger on the black border. Kim. Jordan. Far, far away. Little Toscar Hernandez for the Jays. A couple of the relics for Mike. Jeff Bagwell. White Rhino. Billy Williams, Ginter back. Nice little box 10 highlighted by a rip guard. Box 11. You missed one and Emil pulled it. Hey, how about that prism break you're into? Dylan Carlson. I like prism. I'm actually out of steel case of prism. Like 7 loose boxes. I thought prism was really good this year. Super fun. Box 11. Yeah, Chris Bryant has a rip card. I've seen those hit. Whoops. Bumping cameras. Mariners are a hot one. You gotta be honest. Mariners, Cardinals, and non-baseball. Sam Huff. Was that Bone that ripped that for you? Get that Mariners short print of Kelnick. I think those are doing well. Brown Bear, what do you see? I see a Ginter mini looking at me. Anyone with kids gets that joke. Al Kaline, black border. A-Rod. Willie Stargell. Little relic. Carlos Correa. There you go, Strohs or Michael. There's Cassis. You gotta read. That's a great book to read to kids. Cool. Calhoun. I make up animals and then see if my kids are paying attention. 30% of the time they pay attention. They're like, Dad. Simon Baker, Black. Tommy Lasorda, Black Border. Black Betty. The band I saw last night, they played a little Black Betty. One of our favorite kids' books, I know when my oldest was young, he had a mascot book. Little mascot adventures. He always liked that. That's why he kind of liked the Mets, believe it or not. Mr. Met was his favorite mascot. We have a kid's book about Mr. Met going around New York City. I forgot about that till now. And then he liked Mr. Red also, the Mr. Red Stocking. Ooh, another rip card for the Braves. Eddie Matthews to 99. There we go. Matt Holmes, you want to rip it? Johnny, Cedar Rapids, they're now high A. The Midwest League is now high A. The Braves going to Matt. We got our 2 rips. Who are the Colonels with, though? Who's their affiliation? Nick says rip it. Nick, are you coming over? Soler. There's a Rizzo slide now. Will Castro. They are so at the Twins. Nice. What do we got here? Ooh. Is it Jameel Jones? Angels taking all the ink. I think it's Jemai Jones. Another mini framed auto for Jake Rouse. Galarraga. Hats off. The mortar board. Wouldn't that be funny if people just wore a mortar board hat, like a graduation hat around? Why not? 11 down with this. Yeah, I remember when they were the Angels. Tanker ship. That's funny, Johnny. I worked in. What year was Trout with the Colonels? Was it 08? What's the world's largest tanker? Did I just skip through it? It is the it just says tanker ship. Sea-Wise giant bore, several other names. Wait. The Japanese ship of more than 1,500 feet was the largest tanker and the longest self-propelled ship in the world. She sunk in the Iran-Iraq War in '88, but restored and returned to use for another 20 years. Jareel Viking, knock Vias and open. I don't understand that. There you go, Cassis. Johnny, I remember I went to a Midwest League All-Star game in Cedar Rapids when I worked for the Timber Rattlers. What year would that have been? It's way before '08. I feel old now. Maybe '04, '05, '03 maybe? Lipsky got the pavement got the best of him last night. Box 12. Here we go. You need more trivia? I'll give you a random trivia question. How many touchdowns, running and passing, did Justin Fields have in his preseason debut? Give your son that one. One each. Next trivia question. What's the best pizza place in the state of Wisconsin? Tony's. Nick, what I think... So Nick, at first I'm like, I didn't like him. I didn't like the shirt he was wearing. I didn't understand that. But, you know, if you just saw... I really like the guy, Steve, that's leaving a lot. But, Arenado on the missing number. There you go, Cardinals. I said Johnny. He's fine. If you compare him to a regular singer, he's fine. I thought he was really nervous. Arenado, no number. What do you think, Nick? No, wasn't Fields like 14 for 20? Mark Trumbo. Alcala. Mookman. Mookie Betts. Tanner Hook. Yeah, I heard Mac Jones looked good. Trey Lance looked good. Jordan Love looked all right. All preseason. The kid. A little Griffey relic for Seattle. I like that. Mariners. On fire today. There you go, Jonathan. Morgan did not. Did he play? Drew Lock looked good. That's good to hear. Cass is, before the break, on my way in, I stopped at the grocery store. And there's a guy that wearing Sam Darnold, an authentic Jets jersey. It was a nice jersey. So I said to him, you need to get a Carolina one. He laughed. He said, he lives in Waupun. He's a huge Jets fan. He said he's a huge, huge Jets fan. And I said, what? And he said, yeah, he's a big Curtis Martin fan and followed the Jets ever since. So... I got a good laugh. So are you a big James Morgan fan? And he laughed. He's like, well, he's got to play to be a fan. So when you come, we'll have to introduce you to the one Jets fan in the state of Wisconsin. Yeah. I said, well, when Curtis went to the Patriots, he didn't follow that team? And he's like, nope. Stuck with them. We had a good laugh. He's like, I'm surprised you know someone know that he doesn't play for him anymore. I said, oh, I know. I know, buddy. Throwing rhinos around. The world's largest honey fungus. It stretches 2.4 miles across the Blue Mountains of Oregon. So there you go. What state is the world's largest honey fungus? And the great state of Oregon. Russell Wilson, he only played 1 year for the Badgers. John Smoltz. Looks like some little dirt on that, or blood, who knows. People like Wilson, but they don't kind of recognize him as their own just because he played 1 year. It's money. Now, J.J. Watt. They love some J.J. The beanie, my favorite hat. Look at the only hat I'll ever wear. A beanie with a ball on top. Far, far away. David Peterson. Getting near the end. A little stack. We got one box loader. A little Rizzo. Yeah, NC State transferred. Yeah, he just played his last one semester at Madison. Mickey Moniak rookie relic. Oh, Nick Toon. I like Nick Toon a lot. JD. Alright, last card. And then we'll recap. Jonathan's favorite player, Manny Machado, to Rob for the Padres. Recap coming right up. Couple autos, Dean Kramer and Cody Hoyer, Orioles and White Sox respectively. Relic time, Moniak, Phillies, Smoltz, Braves, Griffey, Mariners, Arenado is missing the number for the Cardinals, Correa, Astros, Hernandez, Blue Jays, Vladdy, Blue Jays, Kim, Cardinals, Benny, Royals, Poppy, Red Sox, Story, Rockies, Rooker, Twins, Real Muto, Phillies, Glaber, Yankees, Veritek, Red Sox, Sheffield, Marlins, Darryl Strawberry, missing that number for the Mets, Bogarts, Red Sox, McCutcheon, Phillies, Timmy Anderson, White Sox, The Hurt, White Sox, Rocky Blair, I almost said Steelers, the non-baseball spot. Keston, Brew Crew, Chapman, Yankees, Sabathia, Yankees. Super Bowl, Tigers, Castile, Reds, Dozier, Royals. We'll get to our showcase here. First thing on the showcase, Triple Rip, Cal Ripken Jr. Nice hit, Samuel. The regular rip cards is Eddie Matthew for the Braves and Ichiro for Seattle. Mike Trout on a nice relic. How about the Rays? Sneaky little break. Brooklyn back, Tyler Glasnow. And Brandon Lau for the Rays. Thomas Hatch, Blue Jays auto. Moises Alou, Cubs auto. And in the mitt, couple Angel ink, Jameel Jones and Joe Adell rookie auto. Nice break, Rouse. And that is our break. Bone will have Ginter posting at 5. Pick your team. I'll be back in 20 minutes. A little football fun. We'll see you then. Have a good one. Bye-bye.